What's up and welcome to this week's episode of How Not to Summon a Scenario, where we ask the important questions like, how would you survive Castaway?
Being Castaway?
Being Castaway?
Yeah.
I mean, Castaway is the movie, so I mean, like, you're gonna,
I enjoyed the movie. I didn't really need to survive it.
I mean, I took plenty of snacks to save me. So, we've all crash landed into the sea and washed up onto a tropical island in the middle of fuck nowhere. It is literally bumfuck nowhere.
But it's tropical, right?
It's tropical.
Did we find a bunker?
No, we're not doing
not lost.
women
Okay.
lost.
We're not lost.
We're not lost, we know exactly where we are. But we're fucking stuck.
We're on an island.
Yeah.
We're not lost.
So, we've all floated up. For some reason...
Thank God.
we've all surfaced.
No. I sunk to the bottom of the sea like a stone.
Don't think I will.
You see me...
Take me, Ursula!
You're on your beach and my corpse floats by.
And that's how I'm getting out.
Oh, a new raft. New fun
Genuinely a movie.
Sit on my back.
With Daniel Craig.
Sit
Not
on
Daniel
my back
Craig,
and paddle
Daniel
away.
Radcliffe.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it's fucking called, though.
Army Man? Swiss Army Man?
Swiss Army Man, yeah.
I haven't even got into the finished.
Sorry,
rules
go
yet.
ahead. Rules.
So we've all floated up onto the same island, but 3 different beaches. Yes,
Okay.
we have beaches with us,
He's trying to make a
He's
bitch
trying.
joke.
He's trying. He's setting up the pins.
and
No
we're
one's throwing the
allowed
ball.
3 items with us.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we've had, by the way, we've had no prep time to think about these 3 items.
Nope.
So just go for it.
Yeah, we are going for it. So who wants to go first this week?
Sure, why not? Okay.
No,
So-
we'll start with our survival expert.
So,
Yeah. Let's start with the guy that thinks he knows what he's doing.
plug out bag and everything. So,
You can't have that as one item.
Rechargeable batteries.
A solar panel.
you have a solar panel. Not
Yeah,
rechargeable,
no, you can. Yeah, that'll
Yeah.
do.
Yeah, that's fine.
I've got one.
That's fine.
There you go. See, I could charge
All
batteries.
of my torches and everything are USB powered.
For my
because I
Walkman.
charge. So, I would have a knife from probably a normal knife, not something special, from
tell
like the
you what.
kitchen area.
Do you mean like a combat?
Hold on,
knife
hold
or-
on.
No, just like a kitchen knife, like a chopping knife or something.
okay.
Hold on.
With no prep time.
What, like a proper chef knife?
Yeah.
Hold
Yeah,
on,
yeah.
before we go any further, it's got to be something that you can deliver in a UPS on a plane. For
Oh,
UPS.
yeah, you would find it
Yeah,
on a normal
we
UPS
can't
plane.
turn
Yeah.
around and say, "What? Do we find a boat."
Yeah.
One of my items is a jet.
I found a yacht.
Funnily enough, I found a submarine on this.
I mean, UPS might deliver it.
So it's got to be justifiable to be on
Yeah.
a UPS delivery plane.
Yes.
Yeah, right. Knife on a plane.
Chef
Simple,
knife.
chef
Yep.
knife.
Lovely.
Cooking
Can you have a
sushi.
block? Like a knife block?
Vodka.
Okay.
Or just a bottle of vodka?
A bottle of vodka.
Just one.
Okay.
How is that not
That's 2
smashed?
of your items.
How was that not
It's
smashed?
got bubble wrap. In the
Yeah,
box.
it would have been wrapped up really well, bubble
Yeah,
wrap.
it's
Because
the
it'd be
best
glass.
Somebody
bubble
was
wrap.
shipping it as a gift.
Because it'd be glass, yeah.
The plane breaks apart, but these 3, this one bottle, glass bottle, nah, it's good. Don't worry about it.
Because once
He
he's
finds
finished, you
shit
can put a
all.
message in it.
He finds shit all over.
He does.
He
He
does.
does find ice skates. So
He
Yeah.
does, but they're not going to smash apart.
And a third item, a puffer jacket.
Okay.
He gets on that plane in
He
the
does.
middle of winter.
He does.
So I think a
puffer
puffer
jacket
jacket would be
seems
justifiable.
okay.
Didn't he also have a
Okay,
lottery
you
ticket?
could pull that off the corpse of somebody that floats up.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I swear he had a lottery ticket as well. Well, maybe that's just me.
I don't think he had a lottery ticket.
Oh, I thought he
He
did.
might do. I don't remember the movie that well.
I know he
I
had
remember
a ball.
most of the movie.
I know he had a volleyball.
He did have a volleyball, Wilson.
Wilson. It was a Wilson football.
Yeah.
So the knife is obvious because you need it for fucking everything. You can make spears out of sticks and build a bushcraft shelter very easily.
Okay.
The puffer jacket, because that becomes a sleeping bag. I don't feel you could justify a sleeping bag on a plane. I just don't feel that there would be one readily available. Puffer jacket is kind of like a make-do sleeping arrangement. You got cover.
I'd allow you to find a box that had potentially had camping gear in it,
Yeah.
but the only thing that wasn't water damaged maybe was a sleeping bag.
It'd be a long stretch, and when sleeping bags get wet,
Yeah.
they're ruined
No, okay, no fair.
because they're full of down.
Fair
So
enough.
they you can't get them wet; they go fucking shit.
Yeah,
and you
yeah,
can't
they
you
do.
can't get them warm again.
Okay.
Puffer jacket, I feel, would be easier because it's designed to be rainproof. Sleeping
Yes,
bags aren't.
yeah.
Yeah, no, fair.
And the vodka cleaning wounds.
No, fair. You're always going to cut yourself on an island.
I've got a knife with me. It's going to happen. I need to make sure that I don't get an infection.
I find a crate of antibiotics.
Exactly. You're not going to find antibiotics and shit like that on an island.
No,
So you got to beat it before it gets there. Clean the wounds. Alcohol. Done.
You could find a first aid kit, though.
You could.
Yeah, there would be one on a plane.
At least.
At
Probably
least
like
one.
a
Yeah,
massive
there
one.
would be several.
I wouldn't have
just-
said no if he said I found a first aid box.
No, I wouldn't have even. I wouldn't have even like
And
complained.
you could have got butterfly stitches and everything
Yeah.
else. I have a first aid bag. It's got
The
butterfly
thing is, right,
stitches
I'm
and-
going to abuse these rules as much as possible because I'm going to need to.
Sat phone, the plane's
So-
black box.
Yeah.
I can source food, which is fish.
Yeah.
I can catch.
You could whittle
I can whittle. Yeah, you can make a
Spears.
spear. Very crude.
fishing rods.
Simple point. Doesn't need to be sharp or anything. Just a simple point. Stab you, rip, stab, stab.
So where are you making your old camp? Are you
So-
making it on the beach?
No. So you would head inland a little bit to softer ground where you could still see the beach. The beach is too open. You want to break that wind up, so you want tree cover. Otherwise, the temperature drops with just the wind factor.
Mr. Hanks really fucked up on that one, didn't he?
Well, he found the cave eventually, which was a good idea.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't look for a cave. I'd just build a shelter, which would be... It's simple. It's really not that difficult to do. It's leaves and fucking some sticks and some mud.
Yeah,
You've
fair.
got plenty of water. You don't need to drink.
Palms
Doesn't
in
need to
there
be
as well.
clean water. You just need to get mud wet, put it in there, and the sun will dry it. That's a shelter. You're windproof. Done.
Are you still wearing your UPS uniform?
He's not wearing a UPS uniform.
Well, I feel like I
He's
will
in a
be.
suit, isn't he? Because he's not actually a delivery guy anymore. He works head office.
Oh no, he was travelling to somewhere else, wasn't he?
He
So
jumped.
wasn't
He
in-
worked
was
for the
doing a quick
UPS, but he
business trip,
jumped
weren't he?
on there to go see. Yeah, he left his wife to go do a quick business thing, didn't he? So he was in a
Over
suit.
Christmas.
You can say it's just a commercial flight and say that luggage washed up.
They do it all the
makes no
time. If you're a
difference.
UPS employee, you can jump on a UPS plane.
Yeah.
If there's room, you
Okay.
are allowed. FedEx do the same thing.
Yeah, fair. No. So that's how you're getting through the initial stages.
Yeah.
What are you going to be like after, like... Actually, hold on. Let's go round the table because I feel like we might find each other after a couple of years.
A couple of years.
A couple of years.
I'm not going far.
All right, what 3 items are you having?
Okay. I was going to go with first aid kit, but I feel like that's too much now. So maybe some bandages and some antiseptics. You know those little bottle ones, the little tab ones that they have
Of
inside first aid kits.
Antiseptics.
Yeah, antiseptics,
wipes.
and wipes and that.
yeah,
yeah,
antiseptic
those
wipes.
ones.
Yeah,
Some scissors with that in that blooming first aid kit.
I'd allow it a first aid kit.
Yeah, fair enough. That's fine. I will
Some
have
bandage scissors.
a
Yeah.
Swiss Army knife. I might be able to find one of those in one of those packages.
I would say a normal person, maybe from
Yeah,
an
you
older
can- you could
generation,
find a
would
Swiss
carry a
Army
Swiss
knife,
Army knife.
yeah.
Yeah.
And a hand crank radio.
Where are you getting a hand crank radio?
Just
Some
one of the
old
like,
guy
old-timey-
on the flight.
He's mailed it to one of his friends.
Right, but if you're finding a hand crank radio, it's just receiving.
Yeah, I know.
You can't send
I know. I want to listen to some banging tunes.
on the way out.
That's how you find him.
I don't,
He's laying in a makeshift coffin. He's made out of leaves and sticks, and then he gets up and goes, "Thank you all for coming today."
Good luck. Like,
No, I've got like
Celebrate
I want to
me.
see him cut down trees
got
with a
me-
Swiss Army knife.
Yeah, I know.
That's what
I got me
wanna see.
Wilson. I got me Wilson ball and that. Like,
No, that's an extra. You can't have extras, right? No Wilson ball.
oh,
No.
why not?
Paint a smiley face on your own ball.
He's just cut himself, and it dribbles round his little thumb and his finger. Is like, that looks like a woman's lips.
We're gonna die on this island.
Oh no!
Yes, I am. I only have a hand crank radio and a Swiss Army knife.
But we get some decent banging tunes.
Some banging tunes. That's how we're finding you, because all we're hearing is "Living La
Shake
Vida
it off.
Loca."
Fucking Taylor Swift, shake it off on the other side of the island. I swear I can hear Taylor Swift. I'm definitely going into the cave.
Yeah.
That's where I'm. Like,
He
I'll go.
looks like a cave
He
dweller.
does
I
look
would,
like a cave.
and I will not shave.
Back of a cave.
I won't shave. I'm gonna be like Captain Caveman by the end of this.
One of us is going to find you like 3 hours after we land, and you're going to be there, ripped fucking clothes, fucking
He's got
shorts made out of his trousers.
He's gone rabid. He's gone rabid already.
You get in there, he's all got a stick, he's waving it around.
Jim, no talk good.
Jim,
Jim, we've been here for like 5 hours.
we've been here an hour, mate. What are you doing?
He's got native. He's got rogue.
Put your clothes back on.
Folded up in a corner next to a can of Pepsi.
It's his last ever one. He's worshipping the Pepsi can.
He painted it on the wall.
He's got a shrine.
He found some blueberries and just painted it on the wall like a fucking
The
cave
sugar
painting.
crash this man would have.
Shit smeared on the wall.
Shit smeared on the wall.
Like
He's
cave
carrying it to throw at
drawings.
people.
Cave painting.
He's shitting into
Put it
banana
all around the
leaves.
entrance of the cave so you don't go near. I ain't going in that cave. You can stick to shit.
Wards off the creatures.
You'll attract maggots and shit.
That's fine.
Flies.
I'll be staying with the insects anyway by the end of this. I'll be in the ground anyway. So.
Wow.
But what did you expect? Of course, I'm gonna go rogue. I'm gonna go off the
Rogue.
I'm gonna go off
I'm going
the
to go
deep end.
rogue. The minute I land on this island, I'm going rogue.
Yeah.
Every
I'm going-
man for himself.
I mean, I'm the only man, so yes, the only man for himself.
Every man for himself.
If I found a Pepsi can, could you imagine? I'd swim out into the blooming ocean, grab that can, be like, yes, empty. No.
I think you just swim out and die on fucking
Just, yeah,
the reef.
yeah, on the
round
roof.
the
Yeah.
fucking
I try and
island.
swim. 100%. I try and swim out. I'd want to see if I
man
could.
needs to
Can't go in the salt
armbands.
water.
I'd see if I could actually go and get
Sunburn would
Russell's waves.
fucking end you.
Well, it's quicker, innit? Quicker than me just
You're
dying
not
of
dying of
starvation.
sunburn. You're
Of
just
starvation.
suffering.
I'm gonna starve to death.
You are English.
Could you
You don't do
imagine-
the sun.
Could you
Every
imagine?
single time you go to a tropical country, you come back red.
Could you imagine me trying to fish with a stick?
I can't imagine you just trying to fish, to be fair.
I can see him there, butt naked on a rock, trying to spear fish.
He's dangling his bits in the water, hoping he gets a bite.
Bare ass naked man on a rock. I'm looking through the tree line, seeing that and going, no,
No.
nope,
I don't think we need to meet this guy.
nope.
I've seen where this goes.
This guy's been here an hour. And he's already naked.
Some beautiful blondies come walking down the fucking beach. I know where this goes.
What is this fair maiden? Sheeny's hair's got really long.
I would though.
It would.
I'd have long flowing blonde locks.
Jim just walks over, smears blood on your lips, just like shh.
No. I sort
Lipstick.
my just everything. My hair's out here.
For his
Like-
afro.
My beard's blooming this much. I look like goddamn Captain Caveman. All you've got is this bit here.
Could you imagine? His hair's grown to here, his eyebrows are up here, his beard's around it. All you see from Jim is
this.
eyes. Just some
It's
eyes.
like a reverse panda.
Just hair and eyes.
And it's quite deep as well. It's outwards. It looks like I've got constant goggles on.
Okay.
He has
so-
to part his brows to see.
Cloudy with a chance of mushroom style.
Cloudy with a chance of mushrooms.
Yeah, the guy from it. Yeah, the dad.
Cloudy
Yeah,
with
bro.
a chance of meatballs, you fucking tool.
Well,
It's the vegan version.
It's raining shiitake.
I was thinking of a nice bolognese. You said we're having pasta late, and I was
Oh
thinking
my God.
bolognese. I've got it on the mind.
There's still meatballs with pasta.
No, but this one's got mushrooms with it as well.
Okay, my 3 items. I will have a hand axe. I think that's fine. Small, compact hand
Yeah,
axe.
you could get away with a hand axe.
Small, compact hand axe. I want, Lee, you'll know. You know those filter bags you can get that are only yay big that filter water?
Yeah,
I want one of them.
a soya filter.
Yep, I'd have one of them.
I'm mildly offended.
I'd have one of them.
Jim won't know about this, but Lee, you'll know all about
I've got
this.
You know
soya
exactly.
filter.
You
Yeah.
put it through and through and through, and
Yeah.
that bag can just be used endlessly.
It's literally a little plastic thing like that.
We
but
literally
it's
had a
fucking brilliant.
conversation
I'd have
about
one of
this last
them.
week.
And a life raft. One of those inflatable ones.
Okay.
I will accept you having a life raft, but it's not going to be inflated.
I will say it's going to be a life raft that you probably find in Sports Direct or something.
Yeah, it's
I'm fine with that.
An
because
inflatable boat.
That's my shelter.
It's got
Okay, you're
it's
making a
got
shelter out of the
sports
raft.
I'm
di-
making a shelter out of the waterproof fucking life raft.
It's the Sports
Are you
Direct
going
life
to
raft.
blow it up to do so? Because that's not a good idea.
No, I'd
It's
probably
waterproof already,
I'd
doesn't
probably
it? blown
leave
up?
it as is.
Yeah, and just
Yeah.
drape it over.
But then I'd obviously try and make like some sort of type of water collectors at the bottom of it. So when it rains and runs off the raft,
That's
cover,
what I would have
it
figured with the
collects
leaves.
the
You
water
could
at
have
the
used
bottom.
really big leaves to collect water. Same idea.
Okay.
I
And then
respect that.
I'd just give it a quick run through the filter.
To make
Even
sure
though
it's
it's
clean.
rainwater, I'd still run it through the filter just in case.
Yeah, damn right.
To drink. And I've got my little hand axe.
Okay, fair enough.
A little hatchet, yeah.
Yeah, literally.
Okay.
Nice and simple. And I'd stay just very, very just in the tree line of the beach.
You just need to break
Not
the
too
wind.
far because jungle be scary.
You want a tan?
Jungle is
To be honest,
massive.
you.
And I ain't about that. Jungle is massive, and I ain't about that. And like scares would freak the shit out.
It's not huge. It's not a massive island.
No, he does traverse it in the film. He goes up to the top of that mountain as well,
Yeah.
doesn't he? And thinks about hanging himself. But
I think he tries at one point.
he goes.
no,
he
he
goes to, and then he
experiments, doesn't
slips.
he?
No, he goes to hang himself, and he slips and catches himself on a branch and pulls himself back up,
Yeah,
and
'cause-
decides he doesn't want to die.
Fair.
no, that's when he's going to collect the rope later on. He
Oh,
makes
yeah,
like a
maybe.
mannequin-y version of himself to see
Yeah.
if it'll hold, and he won't just fall.
And he
Because then
does.
when he goes to collect the rope that he's made, he pulls it back up, and he has to get the mannequin
Because that
off.
would be so much worse than hanging yourself.
I guess if you fell and broke legs and everything,
Off that mountain, he's dying.
that's a really slow, horrible
Yeah,
death.
I say. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just in the tree line of my beach. You're a bit further in.
I'll be a bit further in,
and
yeah.
he's in a cave.
Yeah. Who's meeting who first?
Are we finding him?
I think you would eventually.
I feel like you'd explore.
I would have a look
He
around.
would be the one that would find me.
I'd
Yeah.
find Sheeny, yeah.
I think he'd find me fairly quickly.
And the only
'cause
reason
I've
we're
got a
coming
big
to find
yellow
you-
fucking tarp.
Yeah, it'd be
cover.
easy. Mine would be camouflage. Wouldn't be able to see it.
Exactly.
Because
Mine
they'd
would be
made
just
out
this
of
big
stuff.
yellow tarp thing, and he's like, "Yeah, there's a guy there."
With the Sports Direct mug face as well. Like in this life raft, it's just got a massive hole for
One
it. Just
mug collecting the water is the Sports Direct mug.
That's enough for like 17 days.
There's a hatchet in a tree. Well, I tried to chop down, gave up halfway through.
No.
That's my servants.
There's just empty coconuts all around. Lee, help me! I've eaten nothing but coconuts. I'm shitting through the eye of a needle. I think I've got dysentery.
Now, the big problem we've got: fire.
I reckon I can make
Yeah,
fire.
nobody was like Flint.
I reckon I can make
So
fire.
I can make it. It's hard.
I
I
reckon
could
can make
probably.
fire.
It would take me days, but
make-
I could make fire.
I may do without.
I'm in a cave.
You don't need to cook a coconut.
I got my hatchet.
I think I can make fire with the old spinning lemon
A
system.
dwindle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I reckon I can
love
make
to
that.
see it.
I would. Fucking...
I've done it before.
No, I just
Hate to see it.
think you get so
How are you
frustrated.
I would. I'd
You get so
love a stick
angry
away.
when it doesn't work, honestly.
The first time you guys hear me is when you hear screaming and shouting
Son
from
of
a
a
cave.
big stick!
Well, he does try it, doesn't he?
Yeah,
And then
he
he cuts
does.
his hand open.
Yes,
Yeah.
he does.
Quite badly, yeah.
Yeah, because you've.
And his teeth start rotting, and then he has to pick them out with the ice
Yeah,
skate.
he has one. Yeah, he chonks it out, doesn't he?
His teeth start rotting in his
So,
head and everything.
What did he do wrong when he started fire?
Did he not? I don't know.
He took.
Yeah, the concept was right.
He had the dry, I mean,
The tinder.
yeah, Tinder.
Kindling, yeah.
Yeah.
Kindling.
Was he hand doing
He
it?
made a drill. He made a drill bit.
Yeah, he made a drill, but he was using his hand instead of
Right.
actually.
You get a
blowing-
rope, don't
You
you?
need
Yeah.
a rope
Round
with
a
a stick.
stick. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you
use the
just
stick
pull
to
it like
do
that.
Yeah, to get motion going.
Yeah.
That's what he did
Yeah,
wrong. That's
he's-
how you
I know
avoid.
the basics.
Cut
I'd
it.
never
We
do
could-
it.
we
I could
could
never
do it.
fucking do
We
it.
could
but I
do
know the
it
basics.
between three of us. You on one side, me on the other.
And he could have just used a scooped out coconut shell to put a fire in.
Yeah.
To get it
Oh,
going.
yeah.
Because then when the fire's going, the coconut shell will set on fire too. It's hairy, which is very flammable.
This is true.
Yeah.
It's got
Yeah,
husk.
they could have used the.
That's a waste of a coconut, mate.
Well, you could have eaten it
You won't
first.
find a coconut. I've eaten them all.
Just imagine the moment when
I've
we
panicked
make
and
fire
just gone
in this
mental with
coconut, and you're just
I am the
standing
coconut
there.
king.
I'm like, oh, my
On
head
his
is in the
head,
ground.
He's got a coconut on his head.
he's got it on his shoulder. he's
He's
got
made
full
of
armor.
armor.
Constantly shitting. It's
It's the coconut knight.
I love this tropical island. He's gone coconut mad.
And he's got coconut madness, that guy.
He's shitting into a coconut and throwing it into a cave. It's a grenade.
Me walking back out with the same coconut. And that's how you find me. Hey, yeah, actually, how are you going to find me? 'Cause
He'd find me first.
Yeah, I'd find Sheeny
And then the
because
suggestion would be, should we have a look around?
and find Jim, because he might be here
Should we-
somewhere.
Would you ever go, maybe there's some caves about, should we have a look?
no, it's
I don't
not
think you
something
would.
you would look for on a shoreline.
Not
You're
a sea
wasting
cave.
A lot of energy.
Fuck that.
Trying to find a hole in a rock that really it wouldn't serve you much good anyway.
Chances are I'm probably attacking him with a hatchet because I don't know what the fuck it
So-
is.
No,
cave
I've
is-
got like one of those sticks with like
If
things
that
wrapped
cave's
round the
dark
top.
and he hasn't got fire in there, we
This is
walk
the
in and
thing, though.
hear him
I would
rustling
have
around.
fun.
Depending
I reckon
on the
you'd see it.
cave.
I reckon you'd see like the flickers in the night of
You
like,
might,
this fire.
yeah,
You might do.
yeah, potentially,
But
that might
depending
give
on the
them away.
cave, depends on whether you want to put a fire in there. Because if you put a fire in somewhere that's quite small and confined,
CO2
Yes.
and that.
you're going to
Yeah.
die of carbon dioxide.
Yeah.
I put it
poisoning.
near the blooming window.
And then
He's
you're
got
not,
a window in
and then
his
you're not
cave.
getting any heat from it.
He does have a window in his cave.
It does that. It does go out to the
It does
to the
go
ocean,
out.
doesn't it?
Yeah.
Window, I
But-
love that.
Then
I've
you're
got
not.
the
Then
window.
it's not doing its purpose because all the heat is going outside,
Good point.
which means that you've really only got it for cooking, and you're not catching anything.
Yeah, I might catch something, but it's going to be different.
Yeah, but you're going to be chasing it. That's how we're going to find you. You're going to be chasing some
fish.
fucking wombat through the fucking boat.
A piglet down the beach, and he's on all fours.
running after.
On all fours.
It's just me and you. Is that Jim?
Swiss Army knife in one hand, blooming spear in the
That's
other,
not Jim, that's Long Pig.
my clubbing stick in the other hand.
He's bought no weapons. Oh no, he's got a Swiss Army knife.
I got my clubbing
Chasing
stick.
Corkscrew that pig to death.
with a little knife in his
And
hand.
my clubbing
No,
stick.
that's snapped off. At that point, he's lost the knife piece because that's snapped off a
I
long
broke
time
that a
ago.
while ago.
All he's got is corkscrew bit
No,
now.
I reckon I'd sharpen a rock. I reckon I'd
Sharpen a
go
rock.
like. I mean,
That's how his
Can't
knife's
just
breaking.
sharpen any rock.
That's
though.
how his knife's breaking.
no, you need to find the right type of rock.
Whittle your spears, mate.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I'd
Yeah.
have a whittled spear with like
Yeah.
a clubbing bit on the top.
Yeah, with a what?
Yeah, just like wrap around a couple of rocks on the top. And
whittled
just...
spear.
It
Spear
wraps
with a clubbing
round.
bit.
You can't wrap a rock. They're pretty solid things.
Well, we can have a good go. And
You
I
haven't
will
got any
try.
rope.
That's what he's chasing it with a rock and just throwing it at it. Like it's like he's in
Bandages.
the. He's like, no. I've played.
Bandages.
I can wrap a
Oh, he's got
bandage
his
around.
first aid
Yeah,
kit. He's
he
wasting
does,
a
yeah.
bandage
He's wasting
by
a bandage.
wrapping
I don't
a
need
rock
it.
round
I'm
a
not
stick.
going to get
He's
hurt.
not doing that.
I'm not
Jim's
getting
like,
hurt.
I've been here before. I played the Safari Zone. I throw the rocks. I get the meat.
Yeah. That's what happens in the Safari Zone. You throw rocks and you eat them in Pokemon.
Well, it's still meat. You just might not cook it.
Meat's meat. to be fair.
Meat.
But I reckon I'd have a clubbing stick.
Clubbing stick.
Yeah, it's just a big stick.
Oh, I thought you meant you were just putting like neon lights on the end.
That's what's coming out
Just
the
you and your
cave.
wind-up radio.
Seeing the cave just fucking... yeah, literally. That's what we'd hear.
Club Jim, please come in. Sandstorm on repeat.
The rude
It's the only
sandstorm.
fucking song you've got. You've got a CD player with one
That's
CD.
at that point where we're both sitting there, we're like, we know Jim's in that cave, but I'm just not ready to go and see him yet.
I'm not ready.
Welcome to the cavern. Yeah.
He's got a window.
That's a 2 up, 2 down, that is.
2 up, 2 down. There's a line of fucking footballs, all with faces on and O mouths. We're like, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute.
I wonder where all
For
those
some
footballs
reason,
went.
they're all flat on one side.
They're really heavy.
I've just realised as well, we're all finding a crew member. We're finding the pilot. Alright, we're burying him,
His
right?
body washes up while we're all chilling on the beach
burying
one
him,
day,
right?
yeah? So you'd move to me, or
One way or the other, it really won't matter.
would
As
you
long-
move
as
out
long
of the
as-
cave once you found us? To come and set up on
do you know what? I'd come have a look at your setup and go, that's a lot better than my setup.
Well, you're sleeping on rock.
Rocks.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
back's killing me, honestly. Sleeping on rocks. I'd have made palm fronds and that into like a little bed. I've got to climb a palm tree. But
No, yeah, because you can't cut the fucker down with a bend knife. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, it's
I
not happening.
could have a go.
I'd
You know
call
what?
that take you a while.
There is one thing I have on this island.
Do you
It's
know
called
what you
time.
need? You need a lot of water and food to get you through all of that fucking hard work.
I can drink water.
Where you
I'll
getting
find
water?
some. Yeah,
Where are you getting water
uh,
from?
I'm collecting it.
From?
I don't know. I ain't got that far yet.
We'd
I'm
have
not
to
sure what's around.
That would be the first job. Even though we're collecting rainwater from this tropical island, I'd still want to try and find a water source.
Food you can go.
There is actually a water source on the island.
I
it's
think,
in the centre.
I think all he did was ever collect. It was claim
He did.
water.
Collected it.
He
from
did,
rock,
but there was
from
a water source.
Whenever it rained, he collected water.
Could have got one of those fucking things that you put in a tree.
Oh, like a tap.
Yes, that's it. Yeah,
What's going to be in the tree?
water.
Yeah, or maple.
There's a you can,
Maple syrup.
Ooh.
Thank goodness.
just right.
Hey, sugar,
Yeah.
Spice.
nutrients,
Everything nice.
and it's a fluid.
Yeah, I know. That's bloody awesome.
Yeah, just like my coconut.
I'm just sucking on. I'm just sucking on trees. For licking,
He's got a hole down here and a hole up here.
Now,
licking
Grayson,
cave
I don't
walls.
think we should invite him along on these like exploration days.
That's how we find him. We look for the holes in trees. It's just a bite mark.
Sucked off trees.
And there's one about crotch height as well.
There's shriveled trees all the way to the cave.
These are desiccated trees. Look at them all.
Oh, but don't
No, I feel,
Fern
like
Gully.
I feel like you'd move over to us.
Oh yeah, I would. I'd have to move.
He'd bring his
I've-
possessions from his cave.
Yeah, I've had enough of licking the walls to get nutrients.
He's just eating cave moss. Any crabs or crustaceans that roll in, he just...
Yeah, I'm fighting them.
I'm biting them. I'm biting. He's just got crabs hanging off his fucking skin. He's like, help.
The crab's got me penknife.
He's like, no, stop.
Crab's got his Swiss Army knife.
It's the crab's cave now.
Got him everywhere, all over, and they're hanging from his bollocks. Like, stop, drop, and roll. Stop, drop, and roll.
You see them carrying him off into the sea.
Just him and his club.
He's just bound and gagged.
I know I'm asleep. I'm just asleep. Like, you just see me going on like this.
Bound and gagged, and we're like, oh god.
How did they bind him?
Bandage.
He did that to himself. He wraps himself up like a mummy at night.
I definitely climbed to the top of the island as well. Right?
You don't want to be up there.
I would be set that I am on a uninhabited island.
I'd have a look around. I'd look at the highest
You
point
look
that
for
I could see.
resources, don't you? That's
Yeah,
it.
I
That
would look
be
for the
it.
highest point that I could see visually from where I am that is reachable, which is what it does. Climb it, just so you can get a lay of the land and to see if there is actually any civilization.
And I
or
hate
anything.
fucking seafood with a passion as well. So I would be looking for meat.
Proper meat.
I'm afraid you're out of options.
Yeah.
I'm afraid.
Well, no.
There'll be lizards.
I'm afraid the foie
Probably,
gras
you
is
could-
off
you
the
could Get
menu.
lizards, maybe a wild boar or something, maybe a Jim.
Don't get
if
me-
he gets too mouthy.
We've already discussed
Donna
this.
party
We'd have to-
all night.
If we found a boar, we'd have to keep an eye on that because this twat will eat someone we're not looking.
We're kicking it around and it's just full of fluid.
The food supply is dwindling, Jim.
Not clue.
Now,
Not
two of
a
us
clue.
have lost weight.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's only one of us who hasn't changed body shape.
He's gained weight actively. Not a clue.
Are you hoarding from us? No.
No.
Go back in his cave, is fucking full. Full of food.
Just fish skin everywhere.
Like
It's a
freaking
crate of food that he's found and he's not told
fucking
anyone.
Gollum in my cave.
No, we're looking for resources, right? We
Yeah.
go in, we trek around, have a look. I'll try and find water source. But that's
You'd look
about
for
it.
running water would probably be a really good idea because that's a really easy source of water.
But other
So
than that,
we've all
like-
joined together. We're
Yeah,
all
yeah,
now
yeah. Well, you would move to us.
100%.
I'd
I
build
feel
you
like-
a shelter.
Yeah.
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 Would you put your camp nearer to ours, or would you want us to move further into the jungle?
You'd want to be a bit further in.
Do you know what we'd want?
You'd want to see this.
I think we'd
yeah.
want
the
to keep your
shore.
outposts, though.
Huh?
I think we'd want to keep your outposts.
Mine? Yeah,
Yeah.
mine's right on the shoreline.
Oh no,
Would you do
we'd
the
move,
whole-
we'd move yours because you've got the boat as shelter.
No,
which
no,
is
I mean,
probably
like,
a
move-
much more
True.
sturdy.
No, I mean,
well
like, move
built.
all the good shit.
And a life raft
But
is built for a lot of
keep-
people as well, so
like
that would cover a large
You could probably
piece of
get
area, wouldn't
You
it?
could probably get a couple of under you.
Yeah.
yeah,
Depending on how
exactly.
you. If you did it as a lean-to, you could get maybe 2 under there.
And
Yeah.
that is a Sports Direct raft, so it's going to be about 20 meters wide. It's got.
Are we doing the rocks on the beach?
Yeah,
no,
help.
no. Why would we bother? They're not going to see it.
I think it's worthwhile, isn't
it's
it not?
worthwhile doing.
And constantly having a fire that's like smoky.
Yeah, we would
Beach
have to.
fire.
You would
that
want a
we'd
beach
try
fire,
and
yeah.
keep going constantly.
And that's my job.
Oh, constantly though. No, maybe only ever light it maybe at night.
We literally fucking destroy the entire.
That's what I'm thinking. There's no point in
place.
keeping it running 24/7.
Well, no, you wouldn't want it to go out, but you might not want to feed it constantly.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That makes sense.
Because you'll run out of wood, and it's a lot of effort.
You guys would want to keep me for the radio. At least you'd have something to listen to.
No, with food.
If things
I mean,
got
if
bad.
some-
I love pork scratches.
I'll be honest. If one person was gonna get eaten first, and who's the most likely to die first?
I'm not gonna die. You guys will keep me alive.
He's gonna get a boo
No.
boo, and he's gonna die from
Oh
infection.
yeah, I've got a scratch.
I'm gonna die.
No, I got my first aid kit. I'm still good at the moment.
So we've got a first aid kit.
Yeah, the group's got a first aid kit.
Yeah, yeah.
We're pooling together our resources at that point.
Have you brought everything?
I love the
Yes.
fact, I've got this like water purification bag and a hatchet and everything. He comes along. I've got a hand radio.
The crab stole me Swiss Army knife.
I've got a broken Swiss Army knife.
Crab snapped the blade in a fight.
And a first aid kit.
And
The
me stick.
bandages are gone.
And me
I
stick.
tried to make a hammer.
And me stick.
And
And
a
his stick.
pointy stick.
Yeah, and a pointy stick.
I
So,
put them round. as well.
What one thing, because stuff washes up on shore, what one thing are you hoping for to wash up on shore? What would you look for that would be a part of mail?
Oh yeah, a mail. We have to have something that keeps us driven.
Monopoly.
But no,
Oh shit! That game would last forever. We're perfect. Yeah, I'm on board with that. Monopoly.
do you think that's how Australia got their money so colourful? Because it just Monopoly washed up on shore and they just kept the money going. They just reprinted it and put some fucking Queen's face on it.
We need some entertainment.
It's just the
Monopoly.
Queen's face with the Monopoly guy's hat on.
No, these things that wash up have to be useless. Because we've had the chance to bring useful stuff.
Well, he gets
in the three that
he
we
gets
got.
the ice skates and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Wash up and the
And then he
ball,
gets a letter.
and he gets a letter. Yeah.
Yeah, that he keeps, yeah.
Yeah, so
He
we've
gets-
got a
he gets
letter, so
few
what are the-
bits and pieces. He gets shoes off the dead body.
Yes.
Well, yeah,
Of
that's
the,
a good point.
That's
Shit,
the
we got
pilot.
We got a dead body
Because his
as
shoes
well.
wear down to the point where they're no good anymore.
Yep.
I think I'd try and spend as much time out of shoes as possible, though, to sort of hardy up the old bottoms of the feet.
Yeah.
If that makes
Yeah,
sense.
but you are definitely hurting your feet.
Well, yeah, you'd put shoes on if you're hunting wild animal because you'd need to move a lot and run.
Or you're going
Yeah,
to the
yeah.
sea.
But if you're just wandering around on the beach or
Yeah.
around camp, you wouldn't want to wear your shoes out for no reason.
Fair enough.
Got to look after them. They're a commodity.
I
Yeah.
think you're going for a Monopoly board. Okay.
No, I'm just thinking of recreational stuff.
No,
first.
like a Monopoly board. That's fair.
and I
can go
thought, what
Monopoly board.
long game.
Yeah, that's a good game for us. Like, we'll, I haven't got money though.
Yeah,
no,
it's a
the
whole-
money
it's
would
a
be
full set.
soaked.
It's a full set.
Yeah, but the money would be soaked.
No, it
could dry out.
survived. It's
Yeah, we
fine.
could dry it out. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine. We've got
It'd be
Monopoly.
crinkly money, but it'd still be money.
What are you having then as your recreation item? An item
Or just
that-
any item that would be deemed as like
Something
you
to
would
give
get
you-
it
normal
can't be
mail.
proper. It can't
something
be
to give you
good.
purpose. Yeah, purpose.
Yeah.
It's got to give you a drive to stay alive, basically.
Bag of hard candy.
Oh yes, some
Washed up, some grandma sent it.
some custard creams.
Some Werther's
Yeah,
originals.
oh,
That'd be gone in.
they'd be gone in a week.
You know, you
5
just
minutes
no,
for
you
me.
get one lick a day.
What?
He's crushing it up and sprinkling it on fish like it's
Snorting
fucking
it.
salt.
This is me fix, man.
He's rolling up those fucking Monopoly notes.
Put the
Smoking.
Werther's
I love
outside.
that that's where you go to with a rolled up note, not fucking cocaine.
No,
Sprinkling,
smoking the Werther's.
sprinkling crushed up Werther's onto a fish.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, be good. That'd be nice actually.
I guarantee you it would.
Probably
Look,
not,
if
but
you've got
it would
no
give you
flavour-
lots of nutrients.
Yeah, it would. You'd have the.
And at
sugar
that
in
point,
that,
you got to
It'd
take
give
what
you
can
sugar
Yeah,
because it is just sugar,
yeah.
which is good.
get. Yeah.
So you're going with What are you going
No,
with?
I just mentioned where the original.
Yeah, you see?
It's you got a
3 microphones.
you got
No computer to plug me into. But 3 microphones.
What's up, and welcome to this week's episode of...
Or we just make them out of coconut shells.
yeah, I'll be up with that.
what, it's the headphones.
Yeah, the headphones are coconut shells.
I don't know, like an empty demijohn or something.
What the hell's a demijohn?
What you keep cider in.
Oh, okay.
Like it's just a really big water
You can't
jug.
have it, but
The
at least
whistling
you've got
jug.
the
You know
idea.
the whistling jug.
That would get on my tits.
We've got a radio, so we've got like part of a band going on.
Part of the band.
I thought he was going to go.
The
for
band's
like,
already on the radio, and you're just adding a jug to
A
it.
harmonica.
ad-libbing. Oh, a harmonica?
Or a
I'd be
guitar.
alright with a harmonica.
A guitar would float.
No.
Harmonica would sink with metal.
If
I
you're
know,
getting a
I'd
guitar,
give him a guitar.
You're getting it with no strings.
No, an acoustic guitar with strings.
An acoustic.
I'd give him that.
Yeah.
No, because then that gives him extra stuff that he gets. No strings.
No, I'd give him that. I mean, somebody shipping a guitar. That
I can imagine
that's
him
fine.
with a no-string guitar, just pretending to play.
I can play guitar. There's one right there.
Yeah, pretending to play with no strings. That's because, you know why? He'd hand crank the radio, it'd come on with like some country music, and then he'd be sitting there pretending that he was playing. Yeah. Yeah. And he's sitting
Jim
there
gets a
like-
body pillow washed up. Nice.
No, do you know what? I'll take a book.
How it? All right, yeah, no, it would be
fine.
wrapped, bubble
Yeah,
wrapped,
I'll
and
take
everything.
a
I
book.
would say it would float, and yeah, you could.
We
get
literally had a guy that wanted a Monopoly board with Monopoly money.
Yeah, but that's made of cardboard. It floats, and it's plastic wrapped.
It's a book.
When you get a new game, it's plastic wrapped.
And eventually, we'll inflate the life raft because we can't
we'd
live
have to
on there.
fix
We
it
can't live on there forever. So we fix up the life raft. When at what point does it become clear that we're not going to get off this island? 6 months?
No, I reckon a whole year.
You think
would
a
go.
year of waiting
You know
to be
why?
rescued?
You know what it'd be? In a year, we see the boat that doesn't see us. And we're
Oh,
like, hey,
the cargo
there you go.
boat, yeah.
the
There's
cargo
something we
boat.
didn't say. A flare gun.
No, what's the point? They're not going to see it.
Yeah, but even if
They
you're
would.
even if you're out to sea,
Because they still
as
have
well.
spotters.
If you're out to sea and you saw like a
they?
distant ship or something, yeah.
They still have
I've
spotters.
always look. This is one of my fears, and it's your fear as well. I
Open
think.
water,
Open
yeah.
fucking
Open water is the worst thing in the world.
Genuinely, just
There is
being
no
in-
chance in hell
And
that
I'll be
I
honest.
am getting in a boat to get off that island.
Yeah.
I'm with him.
I'm
Even
the
if I
same.
had this life raft and we'd repaired it and blew it up, I'd be like, guys, I'm still not going. I'd rather die on this island than go out into the middle of the
know-
open
you know what?
ocean and hope that we survive.
You know what's happening?
and that is a hope
Yeah.
as well.
We're building 3 fucking nooses for the when we get too old to do this anymore.
Yeah. No, well,
And
I'd
then
probably throw myself
you
off
would,
the mountain.
That
but
would
yeah.
be your contingency, and you would put in place.
Or would
maybe,
you get to the point where you go, right, when I get to the point where I am done, I will get in that raft
Yeah, you might as well.
Nah.
and have a go.
I'd,
Hey, you might
I'd
as well have
rather
a
drop
go.
than drown.
Yeah?
Nah, I'd rather have a go.
Well, that's going to be that scene where you and me get in that raft and he's there and we're like, we'll come back for you. And he's like, okay.
We're not, man, we're not. No, we
No,
get
you won't.
rescued.
We get rescued,
We're
come back,
like,
it's
we're
just
like
hanging.
buffet.
Oh,
no,
shit.
It's the whole buffet. We're all sitting there like,
He should have waited.
I swear we've like.
We forgot something. We forgot
It's
something.
fine, it's
We
fine, it's
forgot
fine, don't worry.
something. What was
You,
it?
you put contingency in place. You set up the fire on the beach that would light instantly, so you could signal a ship. You don't
Yeah.
and make a makeshift
The
flare.
big fire, yeah.
Yeah.
Not just the regular one that you have on the beach.
You
but
have
you'd
one
a
set up already.
massive,
Yeah.
like, monument one. Statue of me,
Where did we get a chisel?
Wicker Man.
It's Jim's made it with his little pocket knife. Just, what are you doing? Whittling your cock.
It's taken him 2 years, but. And on that note, it's time for us to chuff off. All you summoners can join us next time for a brand new scenario. If you've got any questions or queries or just want to see what we're up to, you can find us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at How Not to Summon, or join our Discord at How Not to Summon a Podcast. I've been Sheedy Senpai.
I've been Jim.
I've been surviving.
See you later.
Yeah, have we survived?
Some of us.
Let us know.